all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Folks, back here on the Bossman Show. Been joined by Coach Andy Toole on the Bossman Show. The Robert Morris Colonials up there doing everything in the NEC conference. Coach, man, how's life treating you, man?
So far, so good, man. When you won a couple in a row, and you got a couple days to prepare for your next one, that preparation becomes a little bit easier. Your team's a little bit more excited to come to the gym. So things are all good here in Pittsburgh.
I hear that, Coach. Hey, you're 7-1, Coach, in NEC play there, 4-game winning streak. So what's been that key factors for you, Coach, in your mind for this winning streak you guys are on and playing so well in conference so far?
It's been the defense. We really defended. We really made it for our opponents to score. I think, during that 4-game winning streak, I think we're holding team below 60s right now, and everybody's coming in and giving that effort. We're playing about 9-10 guys, and everybody's coming in, flying around, contesting shots, moving the feet. Communicating and doing all the things it takes to make it really hard on your opponent to score. And that's really been the thing that's allowed us to win these games here over these last 4.
And, Coach, speaking of non-conference play, Coach, I feel like your non-conference skills really helped you guys build that callus to be good in conference play. Because I feel like, playing that tough schedule you guys played, it gave you some challenges, gave you some different looks and some different schemes you may see down the road in conference play or down in March if you get that far and keep on winning games that way. So is that how you feel about your team, that the non-conference schedule, challenging as it was, gave your team that callus to be good as they are right now and to continue to get better as we go to February and March here?
Yeah, boss man, you're absolutely right. I mean, I think when you look at, obviously playing USC, playing Purdue, playing Louisville, those are big time schools. But playing Missouri State, playing Canisius, playing Siena, playing Rider, playing guys that if you make a mistake, they're going to take advantage of it. If you have a little chink in your armor, they're going to be able to exploit it. And, I think that helped us learn. Sometimes it's hard when you're going through that non-conference schedule and, you're giving tons of effort and you're not having all the success that you want. We were mildly successful in the non-conference. There were a couple games that I think we gave away, but I certainly think that because of those games, we learned some lessons that have definitely helped us now that we got into conference play.
You got that right, Coach. And looking at your roster, Coach, I feel like if you're real experienced, balanced roster, Coach, and I think that'll help you out immensely because you are putting 9 chain guys. Guys are getting reps. Guys are getting live game action. Nothing beats a game action. You can put your time in practice, but getting on that game court is really good for guys, too. So I feel like that you have a great roster, a great balance on each end of it. And do you feel like that same way about your roster that, hey, knowing what I have putting out training guys, if we get in foul trouble, I can turn the guy on the bench and still not miss one beat, keep this training rolling like we had it going.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think, even our guys that are sophomores, some of our guys on the young side, they got a ton of experience last year. They played a lot all year. A couple of those guys, Charles Bain, John Williams, they were starters as freshmen. So they got a real taste of what this is all about. And now as sophomores, they do understand that they are more experienced. We can take, if a guy's not having his best game, someone else can step up. In conference play right now, we have 4 guys averaging in double figures. And so, if someone's not making shots or someone gets in foul trouble, we have somebody that can come in and kind of pick up the slack. And I think, it's some of the teams in our league might not have as much depth. They might have some guys that might be more talented at one position or another, but they might not have as much depth. And so, it's certainly shown in a couple of our games, especially when you're playing a Thursday and a Saturday. You got a one-day prep, in a 48-hour turnaround, where, you got guys playing 24, 25, 28 minutes, where maybe your opponent had guys playing on Thursday night 33, 34, 35 minutes, and now coming down the stretch of that Saturday night game, they might be a little bit worn down and not as fresh as your guys were because of the depth.
And, Coach, speaking at the mid-major level, I think something that I learned from covering the mid-major teams as I do, that when you want to get that right balance, but you want to get old and stay old a little bit, because when the older you guys are, when you get in a tournament situation, your guys 20, 22, 23 years old aren't all shocked like an 18, 19-year-old guy for these high major guys who have these young guys who are talented, but that older team can wear on them a little bit stronger, more developed, and knowing your system the way they will know the system, they can execute in key moments and win those games in March and February there.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, there's the physical aspect of it. There's also the mental aspect of it. Like sometimes you get, some of the young kids and they get a little emotional. You know what I mean? They get a little bit awestruck by, a conference tournament type game where, there's a lot of pressure on that game. There's, a crazy atmosphere. There's, a lot of things that play into it. And when you have guys that are a little bit older, you have some juniors, you have some seniors, you have some guys that can kind of be calming influences. It allows you to kind of play your game because they've been, in those kind of environments. They've played under that kind of pressure before, and they know how to respond and they know how to prepare. And so, it's definitely some of our better teams have been older teams. This team we have right now has, a good amount of experience. And then even the new guys that we have, are pretty mature in the way that they work. And I think that that's, allowed all of us to kind of come together and understand, how you have to prepare game in, game out. What you want or last month, you go and prepare. Make sure you're taking care of your business each and every day on the court.
Now, Coach, looking at your team stats, Coach, I'm a big stat guy. I see you got 7 guys averaging 5 or more a game, 3 guys in double figures. You got balanced rebounding, 7 guys over 2 per game. So, Coach, this season, did you prioritize your team sharing the basketball, attacking the glass? Is 2 elements that you want your team to be dominant in? Because it seems like, based on your stats, that's what you guys are doing every night out here.
Yeah, we don't have a guy that – I'm not saying we don't have a guy that can go get 20, but we don't have a guy that goes get 20 every night, right? And so – it's like, can we find the best shot for our team every possession down? And I think when more people are touching it, more people are scoring, they're energized. And then obviously, we talk about being able to rebound the basketball on both sides, defensively and offensively, as maybe the thing that can separate winning and losing. If you're not giving your opponent an opportunity to get second chances, and then you're going and getting more and more possessions and more opportunities to score, that can be the factor in deciding the game. And so our guys have really responded to that. We've had games of, 2 games of 18 offensive rebound games, a game of 17 offensive rebounds, where it's been almost backbreaking type plays to our opponent because they might guard for 20, 25 seconds, give up a shot, miss it, and on the rebound, they got guard again for 20, 25 seconds. So, those kind of plays I don't always show up in the stat sheet, but they have a dramatic impact on who wins and loses the game.
Exactly. Those hidden stats that people don't really pay attention to, those hustle points that people don't really pay attention to, coach, are very key because, like you said, that attrition and mentally wears them down. I got to defend again. We did our rotations right, but we didn't get the rebound. So, like I said, that's like you said, coach. It wears guys down mentally, physically. I see it every day when I'm with the Hawks or the Falcons. I see how they preach about wearing people down, the attrition, making that extra hustle play to make your opponent tap out. So, like you said, that having to defend again for a whole minute, doing slides and rotations at a high level, it can wear somebody out real fast, cause them come to foul as well.
Definitely. Yep, definitely.
And coach, you got games this week with St. Francis at home, and you got a road game out on Saturday as well. So, coach, what do you emphasize to your team this week to get ready for these two games coming up here in NEC play here?
We just got out of the gym a little while ago, and we talked about just continuing to put in our work each and every day. I think our guys have worked really hard to get where we are at 7-1, and I told them we're going to have to work even harder if we want to stay, on the plus side, if we want to stay in first place, because we haven't reached our ultimate goal yet, which is, whether a regular season championship or getting to the NCAA tournament. Those are things that we talk about as a program. That's the expectation level for our program, and there's still a long way to go. So we can't feel satisfied. We can't feel like we've accomplished anything. We can't feel like we've figured anything out. We just got to keep working, keeping our head down, and keep working day after day after day. And then when all the dust settles, we'll pick our head up and figure out where we're at. But that was the today at practice. And, can we make today our best practice we've had so far? Can we compete like we've competed in some of the past weeks in practice? So on Thursday night when we take the court, we know we've done all the things we can do to play our best game. And that's kind of been our message, all conference season and all year long. And I think our guys have really responded well to it.
Now, Coach, can you speak to the quality of teams in the NEC conference? Because I feel like a lot of people don't realize, like I do, by how good the basketball is in the NEC. Just kind of show our listeners a little bit about the coaches and teams in the league that who are really quality teams that people might not hear about it on an everyday basis. Because ESPN doesn't cover you guys the way I will cover you guys.
Well, we got some really good young coaches. We got some really good coaches. We got some really good programs in the NEC. Guys like, Donyell Marshall, who played 13 years in the NBA, is the head coach of Central Connecticut State. And he gets dirt under his fingernails, and he gets down and he coaches his guys, and they get after it. And, Derek Kellogg, the former coach at UMass, is now at LIU Brooklyn. And Bashir Mason, who's one of the youngest coaches in the country at Wagner, they won the last 2 regular season championships in the Northeast Conference. And, we have guys that are really, really pushing their programs forward, guys that are recruiting good student athletes, guys that are giving them good plans and putting them in good systems, and challenging them to become the best that they can be. And, I think you've seen, some NEC schools in the last few years, Mount St. Mary's, St. Francis, PA. You've seen those teams on national television competing against some of the best. Mount St. Mary's 2 years ago was leading Villanova at the half in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Those are some of the things that I think people don't always, equate with Northeast Conference basketball. But, it's a really underrated league. We have some really good players in our league, some really good young players in our league that if they can continue to work and develop and grow and stay together and stay in their programs, I think in the next couple of years you'll really start to recognize those programs, and more general fans will start to recognize those programs. But every night as coaches when we take the floor, we're going to be facing a quality coach team. We're going to be facing a team that's going to compete, and that has talent. And, that sometimes keeps you up at night as a coach, but it also makes it a lot of fun to go out and, compete against those kind of schools and those kind of programs.
That's what I got for you, Coach. I told you off there in Atlanta, Super Bowl week is here in the ATL. So, Coach, who do you got this week? Rams or Pats, Coach?
I got the Pats, man. I'm a Giant fan my whole life, but I know something about the Pats this year. They look like they're playing that underdog role, and Brady's trying to get them get everybody to believe that nobody respects them, and I think they're on a mission.
I hear that, Coach. Hey, I'm just glad the Saints ain't here, Coach. I didn't care who came on to want the Saints. I didn't care.
You're just happy you got a downtown hotel room. That's all you care about.
You got that right, Coach. you know the bigger picture here.
No doubt.
Hey, Coach, it's been great to talk to you, man. We'll talk to you down the road, Coach. Have a great week this week. Hope you guys win those 2 games. We'll talk to you again real soon, Coach.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Dice is on the beat.
hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.